What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and thanks so much for joining me. I have hair right. Oh, it's in my nose. Oh no. Oh, don't cry. Don't. Oh no. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and thanks so much for joining me. Today, I want to talk about things that I bought because Instagram told me I should have them. I needed them. And I think we've all been there. In fact, I know we have because there are lots of videos like this on YouTube, things that I bought because Instagram served me up an ad like it was reading my mind. I have made quite a few of those purchases, and this is actually prompted because I talked let's just, wait, hold up. Let's just go ahead and dive in. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I decided to do one of these videos because of a brand that I recently talked about, Vetta Capsule. They are a capsule wardrobe retailer. They make individual pieces that are incredibly versatile. They are sustainable. They are often made of dead stock fabric, which before hearing about them, had no idea what that was, but it basically means that they run things in small batches because they don't have a lot necessarily as much stock to work from as other mass producers. But in the video where I tried on one of their complete capsules that launched in the winter, I mentioned why I bought them, and a couple of you guys were interested in hearing about other brands that I had purchased. So here we go. First up is Vetta. Their clothing is amazing, and I talked about the Luxe capsule, I believe it was. I will link it down below if you want to go check it out, and I recently uploaded a super quick kind of shorts capsule style wardrobe using one of my favorite items from them, a two-piece midi dress that is just, you can wear it just every which way. Their oversized sweater made it into my 2020 life-changing products video. They just really designed some thoughtful pieces that are meant to be worn in so many different ways. The quality of the clothing is good such that, I mean, it's a higher price tag. It's not, like a fast fashion price tag, so you're gonna pay a little bit more for it, but it feels really well made. It's meant to be worn. One piece is meant to be worn a lot of different ways. In fact, they design 5-item capsules to be worn in 30 different outfits. So you know that if you buy a complete capsule, you're going to get an entire month's of just 5 items. You're going to get an entire month's worth of outfits, which I think is so cool. And the funny thing is, I wasn't looking for a capsule wardrobe. I mean, I enjoy watching them on YouTube sometimes, but I don't go out of my way to look for brands that do capsule wardrobes or sustainable brands. Like I said, I did not know what dead stock was until Vetta. So I don't know why they thought I wanted to see this, but boy were they right, because not only have I bought that capsule, but I have acquired quite a few pieces from Vetta in my closet at this point. And I really intend to do, to take 5 pieces. They might not be from the same capsule, but just 5 of my favorite pieces and see how many different kinds of outfits I can create. Ideally 30, but that's the idea. And that is brand number 1. The second brand I want to talk about is another clothing brand. And I think it is one of the most recent Instagram made me buy it purchases on my list. It is from a dress company called Baltic Born Dresses. And again, I did not go seeking out this brand. They make almost entirely maxi dresses. I think they have some loungewear, but the bulk of what they sell and of what their marketing imagery is of maxi dresses. Now, it is winter here in the Northern Hemisphere, and although I'm in Dallas, where it tends to be, warmer winters as opposed to our friends up north, it's not really maxi dress weather, and I have no warm weather travel plans anytime soon, so I'm not sure why Instagram served me up Baltic-born ads, but boy, did I buy 4 dresses when they did. Now, the thing is, I haven't gotten a chance to wear this clothing quite as much as I have my Vetta pieces to know the kind of quality they are, but just from what I have tried on from them so far, I think they're pretty well made. They are these beautiful, flowy, I picked out more floral fabrics as well as a velvet fabric, and the sheer floral fabrics are lined underneath, and the stitching feels really nice, like it's not gonna come apart. I've ordered similar kinds of dresses from Amazon, and while they look good for the most part, they don't look good for all that long because the stitching is poor quality. It'll start unraveling. The fabric itself doesn't always lay right and fit in the right places the way it should. And so I see a lot of consistency with the patterns and the quality in these dresses and have had mostly good experiences. I am returning one though, and I will list the style or annotate what style I'm returning here. The issue for me was the sleeves. It's obviously a maxi dress. I think it has a higher waist. I mean, they all really do. The important thing is that it didn't fit me in the arm area. It was one where there are sheer arms that have have a little cuff here at the wrist, and for some reason these were just a little too big right at the top, the widest part of my arm. It was just not comfortable, didn't look right, looked like I had a lot of tension up here in the arm area. So that one dress is going back, and the downside, the one downside I see, or could be a potential downside for others, is that I don't think you get a full refund. I think you get store credit. Now, I don't mind because 3 out of 4 of the dresses that I ordered worked, and so I know I can find another style from them that I'm going to spend my store credit on. But you know, something to be aware of, you don't get your money back. What you spend at Baltic Born, you spend at Baltic Born. And from a brand that, to the best of my knowledge, is solely online, so there is no opportunity to try stuff on before you buy it, that does kind of stink. So hopefully, maybe they'll change. I don't know. I have not heard anything. Do I follow them? I don't even think I follow them on social media. So that is not speculation on my part. I'm just saying, hopefully they change that policy in the future, because it's really the one downside to buying from them, in my opinion, because the rest of the dresses, pretty great. Okay, now let's jump into fitness. This is something that I already talked about in my 2020 Game Changer video, so I won't go too in depth, but in case you didn't see it, it is Fight Camp. It is an at-home boxing routine. It's flexible, but at its core, it is an app that you know, kind of like any fitness app, they give you guided workouts anywhere from 4 rounds to 10 rounds. They have ab exercises. They have both boxing and kickboxing exercises. They give you a lot of variety in that way, but anywhere from 4 to 10 rounds, and they guide you through these workouts at home. What I especially love about them is they make trackers for your wraps. So they make wraps, they make gloves. You can get this whole pack where it's like the first month free of the app, because it is a monthly fee for the app. First month free of the app, you get your arm wraps or your hand wraps, your gloves, and trackers. And with those trackers, it senses how fast you punch, how frequently you punch, and it puts that together in a power metric that displays up on your screen that you can kind of try and, you know, best yourself every time you do a workout. Or if it's your first time, you know, just kind of pushing yourself to see how many punches you can get in a round. So I really like that, because it can sometimes be hard to tell how hard you're working in any workout. You know, yes, you're breaking a sweat. Yes, your heart rate might be up, but this really keeps account of how hard you're punching, how fast you're punching, so that you can understand if you're getting better in the future. And I love that kind of challenge. Now, they also have a package where you can buy a bag as well. It comes with the bag, the base, these squares that you can set your bag and base on. Is there anything else? I think that's it. That is actually what I got, because I didn't have a punching bag before. In fact, I hadn't really boxed before getting any of this. You know, like a class or two at my old gym, I had gone to 9-round once, and I had really enjoyed it, which is what compelled me to get Fight Camp over any other sort of at-home fitness routine. But because I wasn't familiar with the equipment, I went ahead and bought it through them. In hindsight, with my experience, it's great. I like it, but I think after like shopping around on Amazon for equipment, I do think you could probably get the same equipment for cheaper on an Amazon or a fitness warehouse where you can kind of buy it wholesale, things like that. But if, like me, you're new to boxing and you just want someone to kind of hand you everything you need to get started on day one, I think that's a good way to go. Ooh, and that reminds me, in the app, they not only have freestanding workouts, like you can go select a 6-rounder that's kickboxing or something. They also have paths. So if you are new, like me, you can take the prospect path, which literally walks you through the punch numbers, proper form, takes you through, you know, kind of slower, low-level trainings to get you used to everything. Then there is, you know, the next level up, the contender path. There's a kickboxing path. They don't just like hand you the app and say like, good luck learning what everything is, because, you know, depending on your level of coordination and memory, it can be hard to be, for me anyway, to like memorize the numbers and, you know, the proper form. So they do have something to walk you through that if you are an absolute complete beginner like me. The next fitness focused thing that I bought from an Instagram ad were bras. And I think I also talked about these in that 2020 Game Changers video as well. They are SheFit bras. They are the best, most supportive bras ever, literally ever. I think the thing that sets them, well, multiple things set them apart from other sports bras I've tried, is that they have Velcro, adjustable Velcro straps, not just up here on your shoulders, but also in the chest area. You can adjust how tight that is. And it is a front zip closure, so it is much easier to get in and out of than your traditional sports bra, either with a hook in the back or no hook, and you're just trying to get this tiny little thing on. You know what I mean? It's a dream of a bra. Highly recommend it. And they really hold up well through washings. I mean, I am not gentle with my sports stuff by any means, and I sweat a lot, so let's be real, they stink. So they really last through a good solid washing. The first round of bras I got, I think they're like a year and a half, maybe 2 years old at this point, and they're still going strong despite wearing them. You know, when I first got them and I didn't have very many, I would wear them multiple times, wash them and wear them multiple times a week. Now I think I have enough to where I can wear like one, once a week reliably without having to wash it again within the same week. But all this is to say, they're super high quality despite the fact that they are probably, our hardest worn clothing items, period. Another thing that I've tried from them is their pants. So I first bought their bras, then they came out with pants, and those are some special pants. So they're interesting in that if what you're after in fitness pants is like constriction and support, especially in like the stomach area, these are not going to give you that. They're ultra thin, and I think that's what makes them unique. So if you're out running or just working out outside in the warmer months, spring and summer, and you don't love shorts, you don't love capris, these are long pants that you can wear outside when it is blazing hot out because they are so thin and yet do cover you completely. Like they don't feel too revealing. They don't feel, like they leave you too vulnerable. I don't know. You know what I mean, though? They feel like you're wearing something substantial, but they just breathe so beautifully. Like I said, though, the downside to that is if you like your fitness pants, your yoga pants, whatever you like to wear, to be a little bit more constricting in the waist area, that is not these. Sometimes these roll down depending on, if I am like stretching or doing whatever. These don't always stay up where I need them to on my waist, but for the most part, for running and boxing, they are fantastic, especially in warm weather. Now let's move along into the travel category. I have two things to talk about here. The first of which is this, it's called Cadence, and it is basically designed to help you hold your travel liquids, mostly. You can also put, jewelry in here, your contacts, I suppose, if you don't wear dailies, your contact solution if you want to. Basically, they are little magnetic capsules that you screw off, and inside is where your product will be. And on the outside, because they are magnetic, they have this customized magnetic top. And basically when you order any of these, you get to choose what your top says. This has a little sun on it for, SPF. They also have one that says SPF. I think you can make custom ones too, like type your own words. So here I have, conditioner, shampoo, face moisturizer, face serum, and a little sun. I have another one. It's actually purple. There are three. There's cream, purple, and like a peachy coral shade that you can choose from as well. I just happen to go with the monochrome look, but for that one purple capsule. And that one says jewelry. I have to be honest. So this is not a complete win for me. I think it has serious potential, but this is the one thing I think out of everything that I've been compelled to buy because Instagram told me I need it that it's not my favorite. It's not a 100% win. And here's why. First up, these are kind of bulky and they're kind of heavy. And I'm not sure if that's because, they are magnetized or if they're insulated, but they just have a little bit of weight to them. And in contrast, they don't hold a ton of volume. Additionally, they are relatively deep here, and they don't come with a spatula. So I was constantly digging with my finger to get in at the product in here. And not only is that not the most sanitary thing, but I feel like so much product gets wasted under my nails. Even when I'm not wearing long nails like that, I have like shorter press-ons. Just so much gets wasted under there, and I hate the feeling of product under my nails. So in terms of improvements, I would love for these to be lighter. I would love for them to hold more. And I would love if they could include a spatula, especially because you could magnetize it to make sure your spatula always stays with your little capsule. Just magnetize it right to the side, and then there you always have it to get deep in there and scoop stuff without having to use your fingers. What I love about it, though, is the fact that the tops are interchangeable, so you don't always have to, stay consistent. You can mix and match these with each other. I do love that they all stick together like this in your bag. It makes it so much easier to find all of your stuff when you're digging for it because they're pretty stronghold magnets. But when you have them all together like this, that's got some heft and some weight to it. So while I do think this makes things more compact and easier to reach for when you travel, or if you go to the gym and you freshen up there, shower there, whatever, wherever it is you're going with these, maybe you just keep your lotions and creams in your purse in a few of these. I think they make that process easier, but would like to see a few of those improvements. And I think they are a relatively new company. It took me quite a while to get these because I think they must have had a successful Instagram ads campaign, because I was served the ad, I looked into them, I waited a few days because I was like, well, how useful is that going to be? And then of course, bought it. And when I did, I think it was a month and a half before these actually shipped, because I think they're new, they're relatively new, relatively small. But because of that, they might continue to iterate on this concept to, improve upon it as people give their feedback. So not awful by any means, just not totally what I was expecting. It didn't change the way I store and travel with my things quite in the way I was expecting. The next travel thing I want to talk about is luggage. And again, have no idea why Instagram thought, here, you need some luggage. But as it turns out, when they served me up a Beige, the brand is called Beige, but it's spelled B-E-I, I think with a little accent or dash above the I-S, pronounced Beige. They served me up this Beige ad and I thought, yeah, it's time for a new suitcase. And in fact, it was. The suitcases that I had were very old and they were soft, soft fabric on the outside, didn't provide much structure. And so I knew that the next suitcase I wanted to get would be a hard exterior, makes it much easier to check your bag, even carry on. It gives you more structure, helps protect everything you have inside of your suitcase, because sometimes I travel with my filming equipment or my mic. If I want to do voiceovers while I'm traveling, I'll travel with some of that stuff, and a soft exterior suitcase just doesn't provide any protection. So after poking around on the site for a little bit, I not only bought a suitcase for me, but I also got something for his replacement suitcase for Andrew. He, maybe as long as we've been traveling together, has traveled with a duffel bag. And I kid you not, it is this long and then, this wide, packs his entire life for, I've seen him pack up to a week in something like that. And let's just say it was time for an update. So Beige also had a duffel bag that I really liked for him because it had a separate compartment for shoes, which is nice for him because he really couldn't fit. That was what took up the bulk of his other duffel bag. It also, the way that it zips open, it basically zips completely open on the side so that you can take a whole stack of clothing and set it into your duffel bag without it getting smushed or warped or crinkled as you're trying to shove it in there from the top, which is what he was having to do. So I thought this solved some problems for him, and Andrew is kind of picky when it comes to basically anything that he buys. So I was really taking a gamble here, but I have to say, loves it. And that is saying something. He loves the duffel bag. I really love the suitcase I got. And I've actually ended up buying a few more things from their website. They have this is a makeup organizer I have from them. It comes with a mirror on one side and it is double-sided. So it opens up here on one side, it opens up here on the other side. So you can have a day and a night, or a face and a eyes. I don't know how you like to organize your stuff, but it's pretty efficient. They organize it by let's go and we're here. So if you're on a long flight, this is maybe the skincare you use as you're taking off, and then when you land, you have your makeup or something on the other side. How you organize it is up to you, but I really liked this. Ooh, and their weekender bag. That's another one that I absolutely love. Their weekender bag is what I use for my shoes, because in the top, it's like a normal bag, but then the bottom zips open so that you can store, I'm a size 10 shoe, pretty big feet, but I can get 3 pairs of shoes in the bottom of this bag, which is way more than I've ever been able to fit in my normal suitcase. So it keeps them nice and neat and together and out of my suitcase, so I don't have to worry about, dirt, grime, anything that's on the bottom of my shoes getting all over my clean clothes, even my dirty clothes. Ew. Plus the top is big enough that I can fit everything that I might want quick and easy access to, like my purse. You have to consolidate your carry-ons if you're flying. I'll put my purse in there. It has a laptop sleeve in there. It's just a really nice size. It's just a really nice, perfectly sized bag. And there is a little strap on the back of it where you can zip the bottom and it acts like a little pocket, or you can unzip the bottom and that is how you slip it over the handle of your larger suitcase, your larger luggage that's rolling, so you don't have to carry it over your shoulder all the time. Although it does come with a nice shoulder strap if you do. So yeah, I would have to say that all of my base So yeah, I would have to say that all of my base luggage purchases were really spot on, even though I have no idea how or why they found me on Instagram. They just knew that is what I needed. Oh, and a purchasing tip. So they sell base, I'm sure a few places, but I personally noticed that they were being sold at Nordstrom. And normally, just from a brand loyalty standpoint and like accruing your rewards, I try and stick to individual retailers. So I noticed them at Nordstrom. However, I did not buy them from Nordstrom. I bought them straight from Base. And I have to say, their rewards program, pretty stinking good. After those, it's more than a few things, but it's not a ton of things. And yet I have accrued enough points and sort of loyalty from them to have earned another entire weekender bag, which I thought was pretty fantastic. So basically, if you replace the luggage or just buy luggage for, 1 to 2 members in your family, you can get, some serious freebies from them as well. So just a hot tip if you're interested in buying from Base, but you're not sure, where you want to go. Base has a pretty nice loyalty program. Okay, we are nearing the end here. The next thing I want to talk about are glasses, and these are actually probably the oldest thing, maybe one of the first things that I can remember the internet, probably not even Instagram, it was probably on Facebook that I saw an ad for these, but one of the oldest things that the internet has made me buy, and they are glasses. And it's been so long that I don't even know that I could tell you specifically why I thought buying glasses online was a good idea, but turns out it really was. And I'll tell you just how good an idea. So these beauties are a collaboration between Muse and Hilary Duff that is available on Glasses USA. Saw an ad for these, not this particular style, I don't know, but ultimately landed on this style, ordered it, and these have been my glasses ever since. Like, they have held up so well. They were $80, which in glasses land is pretty stinking good. They came, they fit perfectly, they've held up really well for the 5 or 6 years that I've had them. I've just been really impressed with them, so much so that I recently, like in the past month, ordered 2 more pairs. So because, you can see they're getting loosey-goosey, and the lenses are a little scratched, and so they're certainly not getting thrown away because I love the style. But it was a little bit time for a new pair. So the other 2 that I got, I don't even know that these are both from Hilary Duff. I guess it'll say. No, I don't think these are. But look, how cute are these? I love these. They're just, I thought maybe something a little bit more neutral since I have, opaque black frames. These might be a nice, more neutral, less of a, hey, I'm wearing glasses kind of pair to wear, if you know what I mean. And then the other frames that I got were these, which are brown tortoise shell. And again, just to contrast the black in case I ever want a non-black option to wear. Very similar frame shape, you can see. It was actually this pair that made me realize I like bigger frames. I like more cat eye type style frames, but I wanted to play with the colors a little bit more. I did get a 3rd pair that I will be returning here. I got sunglasses, and they have a bunch of different custom options. I actually got this cute fade option. They're brown tortoiseshell because the sunglasses that I wear now all the time are black. They're brown tortoiseshell with a brown fade tint on the lens. But I thought I was ordering prescription sunglasses, and these do not have a prescription in them. So those will be going back, but they have a pretty good return policy. All you have to do is let them know you want to return a pair, print the label, send them off. So yeah, I had a pair not work for me, but that is 1 out of the 4 that I ordered. So I think that's a pretty good track record for ordering glasses online. And I still kind of can't get over how affordable these are. Like, between the 3 pairs, the 2 prescription and the 1 sunglass pair, neither of these were more than $100. Like, altogether, it was a little over $300, I think, which for glasses every 5 to 6 years, I don't think is bad, especially when if you go to a store, oftentimes you will pay that for 1 pair of glasses. So I highly recommend online glasses shopping. I've only ever ordered from Glasses USA, but I think they're pretty good. In fact, I'm like dying to take my this one contact. As I was putting on my makeup, I got some makeup on it, and it is just, everything has been blurred for this whole video. I'm so tempted to take my contacts out and put a pair on, but let me know what you think. The reason I don't wear glasses in videos is because I think there's an obnoxious glare, and my vision is so warped by my frames that I can't tell how bad it is in the viewfinder. What do you think? Distracting? Yes? No, I'm not entirely sure anti-glare coating really works in that way. I don't know. Let me know what you think. So that is it for things that Instagram told me I needed and I actually bought. They tell me I need things all the time. But those are the things that I bought, and I have to say, pretty impressed with that track record. Like, these are some good things. Things that have served me well, have lasted me for quite a long time, so kudos. I'm not mad at it. As long as the things work, I am not mad at being served up those ads, being told about things that I didn't know I needed. Let me know in the comments, what ad have you been served that you actually bought from? I'm so curious to hear how people get targeted by the ad algorithms, so let us all know down below. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.